Hi, my name is Eric Martel. I'm an entrepreneur and real estate investor. I've done over 650 flips and about $85 million in real estate transactions over the last 10 years. And I'm here to help you make more money. And this is something that you like to make sure you like and subscribe. And today we're going to talk about something that I really enjoy, and it is about the psychology of money and how we've been programmed to be poor. I'm absolutely fascinated by this topic. I find it's absolutely incredible to see why are we making so many bad decisions when it comes down to money. So let's dive right into it. So what do I mean when I say that we've been programmed to be poor? Basically, our environment, our parents, society, institutions, media, the newspaper, the TV, everything we do, they're basically bombarding us with all kinds of messages about their point of view, about money, about life, about relationship, family, and all these things. They're not doing it in a bad way. They're just telling us what they think, what their point of view is of what life should be like, how you should behave, how you should spend your money, what you should spend your money on, and all that. Unfortunately, all of this is nudging us sometimes to make decisions, financial decisions, that are not in our best interest. The thing is that we can't escape it. These things are everywhere. These messagings, these ads, these commentary, they're everywhere you look. As long as you have your eyes open, your ears open, you're going to be bombarded with these messages. And they kind of seep through in your brain, and they could actually affect how you view things, how you are seeing the world, and how you make decisions. And here, I'm not talking about a grand conspiracy. I'm not saying that the government and the media and a bunch of rich people are getting together in a conference room, in a secret conference room, in an island somewhere, and deciding how we're going to screw everybody. No, I think everybody is doing their messaging, they're talking about their point of view. It's just that some voices are obviously louder than others. Wall Street's voice is a lot louder than my voice with my followers and my subscribers. So obviously there's a big discrepancy between the two, and this is why a lot of the point of view that the Wall Street has and the financial institutions have is much wider, much bigger than everybody else in my particular point of view. So again, not a grand conspiracy. I'm just saying that everybody is doing their best to influence the people, and then trying to help them, but it also helps them as well. And the problem is really that we don't have a filtering in place. If you're just taking this information in without really having a filter, you could be doing yourself some disservice, because you can't just accept everything that's coming to you and say, oh yeah, well, this is what this guy said and this is what this guy says, and then you also have a bunch of conflicting information. I have a conflicting point of view if you're comparing my point of view to Wall Street and to some other real estate people, investors and entrepreneurs out there on YouTube. So you have to make a decision and say, okay, well, this person has a certain point of view, this person has a slightly different point of view, and you have to filter the two and then make your own decision and make your own point of view. This is something that's very important, instead of just taking all this information and take it for granted. I mean, this is something that you do when you're a child, when your parents are telling you that, oh no, you have, what kind of job do you want to do when you grow up? And then that's kind of how it gets started. And they kind of like talk to you about getting a job. Nobody's telling you about, hey, what kind of business are you going to start when you grow up? No parents ever ask their children what business they're going to get started when they grow up. Because we're all been taught about getting a job. The whole education system is about getting a job, not about starting a business. Even if you are in an entrepreneurship program, they're not really telling you how to start a business. In this video, I'm going to talk about what are some of these programmed beliefs that are out there that I'm aware of. Then you're probably going to add your own programmed beliefs as well. So if you have any of your own that you have seen, make sure you comment below this video, and then we can respond to that and share some of these other beliefs that we're seeing out there that may affect your financial decision and keeping you poor. In this video, I'm also going to talk about how you're going to fix this. What is the method? How are you going to make sure that you are not being influenced to make bad decisions or decisions that are not in your best interest? I'm going to propose something that's going to help you fix these problems so that you can make better financial decisions for yourself. Now, what are some of these limiting beliefs, these programmed limiting beliefs that are out there? So there's a whole bunch, but one of them is the scarcity mindset. So scarcity mindset means that you feel that there's a limited amount of resources, and that, you know, in order for you to be safe and to do well, you have to grab as much as you can as soon as possible. So you just do it like a land grab. So it's kind of like, you know, there's a limited amount of water and you're on an island, so you're gonna grab as much water as you can and you don't care about anybody else, and that's it. And then you're just gonna hoard that. This is the next thing. It's kind of like a hoarding mentality. You feel that if you don't keep things close by, then you might be missing something. So that's the scarcity mindset. A version of that is keeping money in the bank. Even though there are other opportunities out there, you may want to diversify how you invest your money. So keeping your money in the bank is another way of hoarding something to feel secure and feel that there's a scarcity mindset, and you have to keep it in that bank account in order for you to feel safe. So that's that scarcity mindset. Other one is a fear of failure. This is pretty obvious, and the embarrassment that could come with it. But there's also the fear of success. Some people are afraid that if they try and they're successful, they're not sure where that's gonna take them. So this could cause some people to basically do self-sabotage. So they're doing well, and then in their mind, something switch, and they start sabotaging themselves and sabotaging their success. Another thing about the fear of success is they may want to avoid certain opportunities. They may be comfortable in one area, and then they don't want, in their job, for example, and then they're presented with a certain business opportunity, and they are afraid to take that step because, what if they're successful? What's going to happen with their job, their relationship, the friendship, and all that kind of stuff. A couple of other ones, instant gratification. So they're not used to delaying their gratification. I want this and I want it now. I don't want to delay, I don't want to wait, I want it now. Keeping up with the Joneses. So this is another kind of belief that, you end up in a neighborhood and you look at your neighbors, and your neighbors seems to be doing a lot, they seem to be doing well. So you want to keep up with them. Oh, they have a new car, I'm going to buy a new car. They have a BMW or they have a Mercedes, then I have to buy a Mercedes or BMWs because all my neighbors have Beamers and Mercedes. So I want to do something like that. So I want to be part of that group, part of that tribe and stuff like that. The trick is to find a tribe that is more in line with what you are trying to achieve. That's going to bring you closer to your goals. Another thing out there is maybe you feel like you didn't have a financial education at university, so you're going to rely on your financial advisor or someone like that to help you manage your money, manage your finance. And this may not be the right decision for you, because some of the financial advisors out there, they're not really financial advisors. They are financial product sales people. So if you're not paying them, they're not working for you, right? That's pretty obvious that if someone is paying them, this is who they're going to listen to. This is who they're working for. They're not working for you if you're not paying them. So often you're going to go to a stock brokerage company or an investment company, and they have financial advisors. Note that these financial advisors are salespeople. They're going to try to sell you some products that they're certified for. It could be life insurance, it could be stock market, it could be mutual fund, all that kind of stuff. Then we have a bunch of cognitive bias. So these are things that are more like psychological in nature. And I've talked about that in another video, but some of it is about kind of like overconfidence. You're seeing that quite often with people in the stock market. They've done very well in the stock market in the last 10 years, but everybody has done very well in the last 10 years in the stock market. You're not a genius, you're just riding the wave that everybody else is riding. And this happened multiple times in the history. It happens like that in the prior to the dot-com crash. Everybody was a genius. Every secretary, receptionist, everybody was playing really the stock market. Everybody was successful in making money. Everybody thought they were a genius because they had picked this stock over this stock, but all the stocks were going up. And more recently, even during COVID, I mean, everybody was playing the stock market, and the stock market was doing very well because the government was printing a ton of money. And then that really, people, what do they do with their money if they don't need it right now? They're going to invest in the stock market. It's going to maintain liquidity, and then they would see that the stock market is going up. So this is another example of why people are, and then they get overconfident. Say, oh, I'm a genius. I'm going to quit my job and do stock market, blah, blah, blah. So overconfidence is, it could be detrimental, especially when the stock market start going the other way. Then you get kind of surprised. Another cognitive bias is also the loss aversion. You're very scared, but in a demeasured way of being scared. So you're scared of losing money a lot more than you are encouraged to make money. So, and that happens, most people have that fear, and you kind of have to fight that fear to invest sometimes. But, you know, this is that loss aversion where you just like, you'd rather not lose $1 than make $100. This is the kind of demeasured or kind of off balance kind of loss aversion that sometimes people are kind of staying away from opportunities because of that fear, that loss aversion that they have. So there's a whole bunch of those. I'm gonna go through the rest of my list here. If you want me to make a video about these ones or these limiting belief, let me know in the comments, and I'll make some more in-depth video about these. So I'm gonna go pretty quickly on these. One of them is money can't buy happiness. You need money to make money. You need to be rich in order to invest. All debt is bad. Renting is throwing money away. You need to own your own home. I have a financial advisor, so I don't need to worry about investing my money. Making a profit is immoral. I know that sounds kind of weird, but some comments that I got in other videos is like, oh, you should be making money on other people's back or something like that. And diversification, so there's a lot of talk on diversification on the stock market, but they're always staying in that same asset class. To me, that's not called diversification. And then sometimes you have to get in a headspace where I tried this and I failed, so I'm never going to do that again. So these are some of the limiting beliefs. There's a lot more, and if you have more ideas, put them in the comments below. Again, if you want me to make a video about that, go in details about some aspect of it and how to counter them, let me know, and I'll make another video. So now, why is this important? Why do we want to change that? I mean, nobody's really paying attention to that unless they're in serious trouble. But I think it affects a lot of things that are not just financial in nature. I think it affects your overall self-confidence, right? So there's a psychological impact to this because I feel like I'm not confident enough to invest my own money. I need to get a financial advisor. I'm not confident enough to invest in real estate even, or something like that. I'm not, so these kinds of things if it affects your confidence and you're not willing to take some additional steps and take some additional actions that are going to make your life better, then this is the second impact or secondary impact to that. There's also a financial impact, obviously, making the wrong decisions or making a decision that's not in your best interest. Eventually, you may also feel like don't have the freedom to do what you want, but you lack of freedom in terms of your finances and in terms of your time. So if you invest money and then you improve your financial decisions, you make good financial decisions by having the right beliefs in place, then that means that, I have more financial freedom. I have more time freedom that I can do something else with. So this is a financial impact that if you're given the liberty to invest and do what you want, then this is also going to have a financial impact. Then there's also an awareness of the financial possibilities that are out there, all the different opportunities that are out there. A lot of time if you invest in real estate or some other things, some other businesses, at the beginning you don't really see them, but then once you start looking at it with an investor point of view or real estate investor point of view, now you're starting to see the opportunity. I could buy this house, I could renovate it, and I could sell it for a profit. I know how to do that. I know it can be done. I have the resources in place and the knowledge in place to do that. So if you don't have that, if you have the limiting beliefs, then you may not take that step. You may not invest in real estate or some other businesses that you were not aware of before. And finally, you don't want to let failure prevent you from achieving some other opportunities, achieving some other success somewhere else. So again, kind of like limiting your belief, limiting your ability to take action towards your goal. So this is why it is very important for you to pay attention and see how you can improve your belief system and how you can deprogram yourself to be poor and maybe program yourself to be rich, time rich, financially rich, and financially independent. And that's what we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about how do we fix that? What is the process? How do I get rid of these limiting beliefs? How do I reprogram myself to be rich, to be financially free, to be, confident, and all that kind of stuff? I think number one is about changing your mindset. It's having an abundance mindset. I have a problem saying abundance for some reason, but abundance, I don't know. Abundance mindset. So obviously the opposite of scarcity mindset. This is very interesting, and I think once you have this abundance mindset, I think it really gives you a lot of freedom about communicating with other people, partnering with other individual. I mean, if you're interested in doing business is about building relationship. It's about partnering. It's all of that. And if you have an abundance mindset, I mean, that shifts everything. You don't feel like you're fighting. You don't feel like you're competing necessarily. And you're much more open to partnership, sharing in profits, and all that kind of stuff. So this is something that's very important. And as you scale up, if you want to scale up your business, if you're done with your 9-to-5 job and all that, then this is really going to help you to scale your business, and it could probably scale also your career if you want to stay in your full-time job. So that abundance mindset, I think, is key, and I think it's very internally. I think it's very freeing because you don't feel like you're being attacked, you're being, people are stealing from you, and, all that kind of stuff. Okay, the second thing is about goal setting. So you want to know where you're heading, what direction, what are your goals in life, and then you want to identify that. So that's number one. And this is going to help you in a number of ways. First of all, when you're listening to other people's point of view, you want to have a filter. You want to create a filter that's going to say, okay, well, is this in line with my existing point of view? Is this going to help me get to the goals that I have set for myself in life? And so this helps you create that filter, and you can basically discard a lot of information that you're getting that is not relevant, that's not going to help you achieve your goal. So if your goal is to be poor, you're on the right track. You probably already have the programming necessary to continue on that track. If you want to change your life, if you want to have a richer future, more financial freedom, financial independence, financial time freedom, then you want to change that programming. You want to look at what you have right now in your belief, filter them out, get them out of your mind, and then the ones that you're bombarded with every day, you want to filter them out as well, and keep only the things that are going to help you basically achieve your goal. So the filters that are coming in, that are kind of that are going to help you achieve your goal, you still want to question them. You don't want to just take them for granted. So you want to question them. Does that fit in everything else that you're doing? Your other beliefs, other things that you've heard, any conflict of information that you're getting from source 1, source 2, source 3. You also want to question the source. Like, is that person someone that I'm aligned with, that seems to have similar values, or someone that I can learn from? So this is what, you want to look at the source as well and say, is this someone that's credible that I want to follow, that I can share ideas with and learn from that person. And then once you have that, you want to confirm this alignment with your goal, that this belief is something that's going to be constructive, help me, and then you can leverage that belief in the future. Next thing is about building financial literacy. One of the things is that when you're programmed to be poor, there's a lot of financial information, financial education that is missing. And that's why it's important for you to build your financial literacy if you don't have that. And it's as simple as a budgeting technique, understanding budgeting, understanding that I have money coming in, but I want to make sure that the money coming out is actually less than the money coming in. And then what do I do with that excess money? How do I invest it? Do I just leave it in the bank? No. Do I leave some in the bank? Yes. But what do I do with the rest? I want to invest it. Where do I want to invest it? You want to get practical education. This is, I went to actuarial math when I was at university, and this is the math of financial risk. You would think that actuarial math would teach me how to invest better, how to learn about kind of like interest and and all kinds of things about investment. But it didn't. It was teaching me how to become an actuary, how to get a job as an actuary, how to pass the test to get a job as an actuary. That's what it was all about. It's about getting the job as an actuary so that I can function later on. So that's why the education that you want to get is some practical education, something that's going to be applied. So there's a lot of mentorship programs out there. There's a lot of online training and coaching and stuff like that. Whatever you do, make sure that it's practical. We learn a lot more by doing than we learn by reading books and just watching videos. So even if you're just watching my video right now, look at some other coaching and mentorship program that can help you achieve your goals. So there's some of that formal mentorship, but also you may also seek mentorship from people you already know, friends that you already know. You've probably heard the story when I bought my 8-unit apartment building when I was 18 years old. The reason why I was able to do this is because I had found someone that was a real estate investor and that was willing to mentor me into investing in real estate. And this is how, with his help, I managed to buy an 8-unit apartment building when I was at university, and I had no money. So I bought that apartment building, no money down, was still cash flowing, all that good stuff. But Seek mentorship can actually help you gain the confidence to make the decisions that you need, and it can also accelerate your success. So basically, cutting all the crap out that you don't need in order to be successful, and really focusing on something, help you focus on something that's going to bring you to your goals a lot faster and with minimal risk. I hope you liked this video and that you found the information that you need in order to deprogram yourself to be poor and reprogram yourself to be financially free and time free. I hope that you found some nuggets of information in here that you can apply right away. Make sure that if you have any questions, if you want to share with me some of your beliefs that you're aware of, make sure you write that in the comment as well. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm doing these videos to help you make more money. I want you to be deprogrammed from being poor and reprogram yourself to be rich, invest, and have a fuller life. If this is something that you want to, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.